Hey YouTube, Geminijets 2000 here, coming at you with a fictional airport update. This one, the time period is from 8 to 10 p.m. So a lot of heavies and also a lot of domestic flights. Here's just a little overview of the terminal. You've Concourse A right there, Concourse B, the C concourse, the D concourse, and the E concourse. And I have a little bit of a cold, so sorry about that if my voice is messed up or anything. So let's get started. I'll start over here in the B concourse, then to the A concourse. Right here we have a United A320 in the Stars and Bars livery, which is going to be heading up to Seattle, Tacoma, and it came in from Austin, Texas. And right next to it is the Alaska 737-900ER in the Boeing 100 Years Strong livery, which came in from St. Louis and will be heading out to Phoenix in a little bit. Now over to the A concourse, we have a United A320 right here, which just arrived in from Newark and will be heading out to San Francisco in 45 minutes. Then right next to it is the Volaris A320, getting bags on that side, and it just arrived in from Guadalajara and will be overnighting and heading back there tomorrow morning. And right next to those two is the Lufthansa A340-600, which arrived in from Frankfurt a couple hours ago and is going to be heading out to Munich in about an hour and a half. And waiting for gate is the United A319, which just arrived in from Denver and will be heading out to LAX later tonight. Right here is a Condor 767-300ER getting ready to push back for Frankfurt. He's just waiting for a tug. Right next to it is the United 737-800, which arrived in from Cancun and will be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Then at the first of the double jetway is a United 737-900ER, which came in from Las Vegas and will be heading out to Chicago O'Hare on a red eye in about an hour. And then just also over here is an Alaska 737-700, which came in from Seattle, Tacoma, and will be heading out to Salt Lake City real soon. And then just taxiing out is a United Express E170, which came in from Eugene and is now heading out to Sacramento. Right here is the Air New Zealand 787-9 Dreamliner, which arrived in from Auckland, New Zealand at around noon and is now just getting ready to head back there. Right next to it is the Icelandair 757-200 getting ready to go out to Reykjavik, getting catering and bags on board. And finally, for the A concourse is the United 767-400, which arrived in from London Heathrow a few minutes ago. We'll be heading out to Guam at midnight. Over to the E concourse and some of these remote parking stands. Right here is a American Eagle E170, which arrived in from LAX and is going to be heading back to LAX in 30 minutes. Then right down there at the E5 is American 737-800, which arrived in from Phoenix Sky Harbor and will be heading out to Charlotte. And right here is the American 737-8 MAX getting ready to head out to Miami. Right next to it is the A321 with Sharklets, getting ready, just about to push back for New York JFK, and it came in from Chicago O'Hare. And right next to it is the British Airways 787-9, which will be heading out to London Heathrow in an hour and 15 minutes. Over here in the remote parking, we have a Korean Air A380, which came in from Seoul a few hours ago, and is going to be heading back there in 2 hours. Right next to it is the China Eastern A330-200, which came in from Beijing a few hours ago. Actually Shanghai, and is heading back to Shanghai. Then right here is the Xiamen Air 787-9, which came in from Xiamen, China, and is going to be heading back there in an hour and 45 minutes. Then in the hangar, we have a Delta 777-200LR, which arrived in from Hong Kong a couple hours ago, and is heading back to Sydney in about 3 hours, so he's just getting some maintenance done in the hangar. Taxiing back from the runway is the Alaska 737-800 in the Spirit of the Islands livery, which came in from San Diego and will be heading out to LAX in a little bit. Right down there is the Southwest 737-700 and Triple Crown 1. Get a closer view of it. There we go. And it came in from Chicago Midway and is going to be heading out to San Francisco in a little bit. And just on takeoff roll is a Delta 737-900ER heading out to Baltimore, and it came in from Cleveland. And also just arrived is the Delta CS-100, which arrived in from Hartford, Connecticut, and will be heading out to Louisville on a red eye. Now on to the D concourse with Delta and the Internationals. Right here is a Delta 757-200, which came in from JFK and will be heading out to Los Angeles. And right next to it is another 757-200, which arrived in from Los Angeles and will be heading out to Seattle Tacoma real soon. Right here's a Delta Connection E-170, which came in from Eugene and will be heading up down to Oakland. And just getting towed over from the hard stand is the China Airlines A350, which arrived in from Taipei a few hours ago and is now going to be heading back there in about an hour. And he'll be going into this gate right here where the Delta A330-300 just pushed back from. He's getting towed to the hard stand. He came in from Atlanta and will be heading back there in the morning. And right here is a China Southern 777-300ER, which came in from Beijing and is going to be heading back there in about 45 minutes. And right next to that one is another 900ER for Delta, which came in from New Orleans and is going to be heading out to PDX. And on short final is the Hawaiian A321neo, which is coming in from Lahui on the island of Kauai, and it'll be overnighting. And next in line for takeoff is American 737 that came in from Dallas-Fort Worth, and it'll be it's heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth, and it came in from Los Angeles about 4.5 hours ago. Right here's a Southwest 737-700, which came in from San Jose and is now heading out to Phoenix. Right behind it is the Air France 777-300ER, taxiing to the runway for his flight out to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Next in line is a Norwegian 787-9 Dreamliner, and he came in from London Gatwick and is now heading out to Stockholm. Next in line is the Alaska 737-800 with the Lay, which came in from Orange County and is now heading out to Denver. Then just right behind it is the United 757-200, taxiing to the runway, and he's heading out to Houston Intercontinental, and he came in from Kahului, Maui, 45 minutes ago. Actually, about an hour. Then just pulling into this gate is a E-175 for SkyWest, which came in from Santa Rosa and is now heading out and will be heading out to Boise in 35 minutes. Back to the D concourse, we have a Delta 67-300ER, and he is heading out to London Heathrow, and he came in from Munich. Right next to it is a CRJ 700, which came in from Santa Barbara and will be heading out to Tucson. And at the double jetways, we have a 737-800, which came in from Portland, Oregon, and it's going to be heading out to Phoenix. Right next to it is a 717, which came in from, actually this one came in from Portland and is heading to Phoenix. This one came in from Tampa and is heading to Newark. And right here is the Aeromexico 737-800, which came in from Guadalajara and is now just getting ready to go out to Mexico City on a red-eye. Right here is a Delta A320, which came in from Indianapolis and is going to be heading out to Washington Dulles. Right here is a KLM 777-300ER, going to be heading out to Amsterdam Schiphol in 35 minutes. Right here is the Virgin Australia 777-300ER, which came in from Sydney a number of hours ago and was just towed over from the hard stand, and he is now going to be heading out to Melbourne. We have another 767-300ER for Delta. This one's just pushing back for Orlando, and he came in from Minneapolis earlier. And right here is a MD-90 for Delta, which came in from Denver and is now going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare on a red-eye. And right here is the Delta A350, which came in from Rome and is now going to be heading out to Beijing. And right here is the A321 for Delta, which came in from Las Vegas and will be heading out to Atlanta. And lastly, on to the C concourse. Right here at C1, we have a Hawaiian 767-300ER, which came in 2 hours ago from Kailua Kona. Right here is a JetBlue A320, which came in from New York JFK and is going to be heading back there on a red-eye. And right here we have a Delta A319, which is going to be heading out to San Jose, California, and it came in from Des Moines. And right here is a 757-300 for Delta, which came in from Las Vegas and will be heading out to Honolulu at 1 a.m. Just pushing back is the Frontier A321 heading out to Orlando, and it came in from Cincinnati. Then at the gate is the Frontier A320, which is going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare, and it came in from San Diego. And right here is a Spirit A319, which came in from Dallas-Fort Worth, and it's going to be heading out to Fort Lauderdale in 15 minutes. Right here is an Alaska 737-900ER, which came in from San Jose, and will be heading out to San Diego. Right next to it is a Southwest 737-800, which came in from Baltimore, and we'll be heading out to San Diego. And right next to it is the Hawaiian A330, which came in from Kahului, Maui, and we'll be heading out to Honolulu tomorrow morning. And just getting towed to the hard stand is the United 767 300ER after he arrived in from Washington Dulles, and he'll be overnighting. And on to the southwest, we have a 737 MAX 8, which came in from Denver, and we'll be heading out to Las Vegas in a few minutes. Right there's a 737-800 in from Phoenix, and we'll be heading out to Sacramento real soon. Right there's a 737-700, which came in from San Jose, and we'll be heading out to Phoenix. And then right there is a 737-300, filling in for 700, and it came in from Sacramento, and we'll be heading out to Oakland. Right here is an Alaska 737-900ER in the Mordelev, which came in from Phoenix, and we'll be heading out to Fort Lauderdale. Right next to it is the Virgin America A319, which came in from San Francisco and is overnighting. Then we have another 737-900ER, which came in from Anchorage, and we'll be heading out to New York JFK. And right here is a 737-800, which came in from Kona and is going to be heading out to Burbank real soon. Then right there is a SkyWest E175, which came in from Milwaukee, and we'll be heading out to Fresno in 10 minutes. Then right there is a Q400 operated by Horizon, which came in from Sacramento, and we'll be heading out to Portland. Then right there is a 737-800, which came in from San Francisco and is going to be heading out to San Jose. Then right there is a 737-900, which came in from Las Vegas and will be heading out to Anchorage. And finally, 800, which came in from San Diego and will be heading out to LAX. Trying to figure out if that's the right route. And finally is the Alaska Sierra 700 operated by SkyWest. They had to stick him right there because they were out of gates, and he came in from Oakland and will be heading out to Seattle. And just finally, in the remote stand / cargo area, we have an Alaska 737-800, which came in from LAX and will be heading out to San Francisco. Right next to it is the UPS 757-200, which came in from Hartford and will be heading out to Philadelphia. Right next to it is the 767-300, which came in from Louisville and will be heading out to Honolulu. Then right here is the Air China A330, which arrived in from Beijing and will be heading out to Shanghai in an hour and a half. And just the last three models, we have the FedEx MD-11, which came in from Memphis and will be heading out to Indianapolis. The Cathay Pacific Cargo 747-8F, which arrived in from Miami and is heading out to Anchorage. And the Blank MD-10. Just saying it's a cargo charter, which will be heading out to Cincinnati, and it came in from Houston Intercontinental. Thank you for watching this airport update. I hope you enjoyed it. You can go follow me on Instagram for pictures of the airports and a lot of just pictures of aviation, of aircraft and stuff. Stay tuned for the trip report on American Eagle from Los Angeles to Portland. That should be up tomorrow. And so thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.